I'm Peter Morgan, the writer.
And I'm Stephen Frears.
That was not the first idea we had as a caption. That was, well, it was Stephen's idea, actually.
I know, I kept getting it wrong. I thought it was Richard II. I thought it was The Crown.
After weeks of campaigning on the road, Tony Blair and his family finally strolled the few hundred yards to the polling station this election day morning. Amongst the Labour faithful, up and down the country, there is an enormous sense of pride in Mr. Blair's...
So, this scene, this opening with the portrait painter, that wasn't initially there. That came in a slightly later draft, I seem to remember. Just as a way of, I suppose, establishing...
No, it's showing the Queen as you're used to seeing her. The Queen looking like the Queen.
And also saying, look whose film it is. And getting a few ground rules over. She can't vote. I was told we got the costume wrong.
Really?
I met a toff recently and they said, I admired your film greatly, but you got it wrong in the garter robe. And I thought, oh no, we're not in good hands. If you ever look, where's it? There's a star on her here, and apparently the garter robe doesn't have... apparently that is wrong.
I don't believe him for a minute.
That's what I said.
No,
I said we had...
I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
That is some consolation.
How bad is that portrait painter?
He's great.
Yeah, no. Have you seen what he paints?
The portrait,
Yeah,
rather nice, rather good one.
the portrait, yes, but the actor...
It's very good.
No, the actor just daubs the same piece of brown.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, he's an actor, he's not a painter.
I know.
Listen, it was hard enough getting him to speak in an English accent, not an American accent.
Yeah, it was Bahamian.
Bermudan.
Bermudan.
Do I mean Bermuda? Which is the one that's off New York? Bermuda, isn't it?
Yeah, in the Bahamas.
Is Bermuda in the Bahamas? Yeah, less than you know.
So, there she is.
In bed. Disgusting. Transgressive. Filth.
Continue as we mean to... No, start as we mean to continue. The people often ask me what the records were. You know, how did I research this? I tried to explain that there are no records kept of what the Queen does in bed. It's not part of historical record.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Blair.
You didn't speak to Michael Fagan.
So, Conservative press for the Queen.
For Tony Blair's first day of power in London. You've got the ceremonial, the tourist, the official...
Here he comes.
Summer's day, the Willie Blair way
We didn't shoot this. We couldn't afford it.
I guess most of them do know.
So we went to the telly companies.
The Prime Minister waiting lining the streets there.
Ah.
The Prime Minister's on his way, ma'am.
To be, Robin. Prime Minister to be. I haven't asked him yet. It's a hard one to read.
Now, this is Brocket Hall, wasn't it?
Yep.
Hard to believe it's not Buckingham Palace. It's actually Brocket Hall. That chap. What was his name?
Well, he was tutored by the same man.
Well,
Lord
presumably-
The man on Celebrity Love Island.
Yeah, the man on Celebrity Love Island. No, get
People
me out
go
of here.
on and
Celebrity,
on
get me
about
out of
this
here.
bleeding handbag.
300 years.
So this is
A
Brocket
woman came
Hall.
up to me in America and said, my grandmother used to carry a handbag
Woman with no
around in that way. Why does she do it? What's in it?
remember her curtsy the first time you met. It could best be described as shallow.
What's in her handbag?
So we're in the jokes bit of the film now, aren't we?
Yep.
We have jokes here.
The atmosphere at Downing
Jokes.
Very popular.
Everyone on first name terms at the Prime Minister's insistence.
What, as in call me Tony?
That's a joke.
Oh, I don't like that. We sent him a protocol sheet.
Now look, those walls, they're not like that where we shot it. That's all artificial doctoring.
Oh. You
We
shot this
couldn't
in Greenwich,
afford.
didn't you?
No, we couldn't afford to do the
You met her often enough before.
other bits.
Never one-to-one. Never as Prime Minister.
Now, she was putting on those earrings. There was a story behind why she was doing that, putting the earrings on.
Because we shot a scene that got cut,
In which she had the
in which
earrings.
she didn't have the earrings.
Queen.
And then we shot, then she had to put the earrings on, or something like that. This carpet is all wrong.
This is an officer's mess. We're now in an officer's mess. This is how...
We couldn't afford a red carpet.
When we reach the audience room, I will knock.
This is just a story of Poverty Row.
Standing by the door, we bow.
This man, Robin, is brilliant.
I will introduce you. The Queen will extend her
He's
hand.
also
Go to her,
clearly insane.
then shake her hand.
He's married to a gardener,
Is he?
It's ma'am as in hand,
landscape gardener.
not ma'am as in farm. And when you're in the presence, at no point must you show your back. The presence? Yes, sir. That's what
This
it's
was all
called
in that
when
Jane
you're in
Horrocks
this
film.
comfort.
Was it? They nick
You
it?
didn't see it?
No.
Identical.
Would you like to sit down, Mrs. Blunt?
At no point in this film did we ever shoot in the right place. Not once.
We're still in the officer's mess.
Which one
Not
of them-
sure about those those lamps.
Well, we wouldn't have been allowed to move them.
See you again, Mr. Blair.
How camp are those lamps?
Children must be very proud.
They sort of belong in a casino.
Don't you?
That's right.
Oh, how lovely. Such a blessing, children. Please, do sit down.
Thank you.
I think you could have directed that moment rather worse, and we could have got a laugh.
What should I have done?
What, such a blessing, children?
Makes me laugh.
Oh, you get it?
I get it.
Doesn't get a big enough laugh.
Then we take
Oh, you want him to be more ironic?
Yeah.
around the world.
Poor woman.
Well, you are my 10th Prime Minister, Mr. Blair. My first, of course, was Winston Churchill. He sat in your chair.
She's not. The Queen isn't supposed to be a sort of vaudeville comedian.
Quite an education.
Imagine.
So,
Time.
at what point are we going to tell the story of the bell on the table beside her? We couldn't work out how to indicate that the meeting was over. An electric buzzer wouldn't work.
Well, you write things like that in the script. You just say, oh, the aide enters. And then I say, well, why does he enter at that moment? How does he know to come in?
Exactly.
Perhaps he has a secret camera.
So we had a oh, yeah, hang on now, this bit. Here we go. Such consternation about this bit. Does he or doesn't he actually kneel? Well, no one knows.
No, kiss. Oh, you haven't got to the kiss yet.
Yeah, no. And the kiss, huge laugh in Vienna.
Because it was
Our
so
continental,
vulgar.
yes, our continental brethren. They understand what a huge faux pas it is to kiss
I,
the
being
hand.
proletarian, imagine that when you kiss somebody's hand, you kiss their hand. But this is apparently
No,
absolutely
only
disgraceful
the
way to
husband or the son would actually kiss the hand. It's an appalling vulgarity.
I mean, people in Vienna got
I mean,
that.
they might as well. Yeah, huge laugh. The fact that he actually kissed. There were like howls of this. I mean, he might as well just have licked her hand.
Why do they understand these things in Vienna?
Because they kiss hands like
Oh, is that right?
like it's gone out of fashion. Here's a joke. There you go.
Mrs. Blair, lovely to see you again. And congratulations. You must be very proud. Yes. And
To Helen's.
Yes.
where will you be spending the summer?
France.
Oh, lovely.
You'll be in Balmoral, I expect.
Yes, I can't wait. It's a wonderful place. My great-great-grandmother Victoria said of it, in Balmoral all seems to breathe freedom and peace and make one forget the world and its sad turmoils.
Your Majesty.
Oh, excuse me.
Has she rung the bell yet? Of course she has.
Yes, she rang to get them in.
Oh, look, there it is. The bell that clearly she doesn't use.
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry, we're going to have to leave it there.
I thought they always had bells under tables that they were more concealed.
Here we go. It's a joke.
Not too short, was it? 15 minutes. One doesn't want to be rude.
No.
Morning, sir.
Helen McCrory does her looping without having the picture.
I know. What was all that about?
She can only do it by sound. It drives you senseless.
She did it very well.
I know, but she won't have the picture on, so you don't know if you're in sync or not.
Princess Diana moved today to patch up her relations with the former royal nanny.
Princess Diana flew to Milan today for the memorial service for the murdered Italian fashion designer Gianni Versace.
Where tonight, another royal
Oh,
controversy
Elton.
After finding herself embroiled in her second controversy this week.
I am not a political figure.
Princess Diana sailed out into the Mediterranean on one of Mr. Mohammed Al Fayed's yachts today.
With his son.
£250,000 for the photographs, which appear to show the couple embracing. Once again, her judgments under scrutiny.
I love this picture.
That's a great picture.
And what's the one that we weren't allowed to use? The Mario Testino one we weren't allowed to use.
Mm-hmm.
I met him and attacked him for it, but he said he knew nothing about it.
This, of course, isn't the Ritz.
No.
What is it?
It's not the best Western. What do they call it? Western International.
No, but it's the other posh one in the same neighbourhood.
Yes, it's only just down the road. But it's not
that
the
man
Ritz.
there is one of the Pathé producers having his
he's
moment
just a
in the sun.
Freelance producer. That's the back of the wrong hotel.
Yep. But actually, hang on a minute. This is the one occasion.
That's the Diana lookalike from Metz.
This is the one occasion where we did have real paparazzi that were there on the night. So some of
Is
these
that right?
people, yeah, some of these people on the motorbikes giving chase
Were the real people?
were the real people.
No.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'd have told me. Nobody
Well, they
told
told
that.
me.
Well, you had nothing else to do that night.
Exactly. I was just standing, freezing in the cold.
Oh, I remember that shot in its original time.
This is briefly a policier, isn't it?
Oh, yes. That was Adam Curtis who said that. Said use the shot with the hand going over the lens.
Meanwhile, in Aberdeen, life moves at a more sedate tempo.
Robin Jambrin.
Oh, this is all the kneeling comedy.
Yeah.
Started right.
I know.
This film began as kneeling comedy. That's a very, very unethical shot. I'm still shocked about the shots of the real Balmoral. I was the only person who seemed to have any anxiety about it or scruples about it.
What do you mean, sending up a camera and filming the real thing?
Yes, and then afterwards adding things.
Mum?
So that must have been in a house on the east. Outside in the corridor was a castle on the west coast of Scotland. No, on the east coast of Scotland, in Aberdeenshire. But inside the room is a house on the west coast of Scotland. So she came out of a room on the west coast that appeared on the east coast.
The Princess of Wales.
Why? What's she done now?
So, whilst I think it is entirely normal for the Blairs to share a bed, Philip and the Queen were told occasionally do.
Yes.
Which is why...
There was a lot of controversy about that. People had very, very strong opinions about that.
Which is why he both does and doesn't in the film.
Yes.
We felt we'd spread our bets. That's quite an attractive collection of nightwear.
Selections from Viella.
The hottie that she is carrying, which is, I gather, what it's called, we were told by one particular consultant, insisted that the Queen always clutched her hottie.
Let them sleep until we know more.
I believe that's Scottish for...
Go to Paris, so I told my people to start organising a jet.
What, a private one?
Yes.
But isn't that precisely the sort of extravagance they always attack us for?
How else am I supposed to get to Paris at this time of night? The airport at Aberdeen will be closed.
Charles, dear.
Oh, this is where you had the joke about the Harrods van in.
Yes. Yes. Was that the lawyers that made me say that?
No, it was me. I don't think it was ever Charles who said it. I assumed it was some camp equerry who made the joke.
What about bringing Diana's body back in the Harrods van?
Yes.
Can't hear. Everyone's shouting.
Alex Jennings.
Wonderful.
Thanks for coming in.
The ambassador in Paris.
And the wonderful Lola Peplow.
Good evening, sir.
Poor sod.
Yes.
I've just spoken to our ambassador in Paris, ma'am. I'm afraid it's not good news.
No! No. No, 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 no.
I don't know if it's clear that Charles's bathrobe is significantly more expensive than the other bathrobes, but I remember insisting on it in the script.
Yes.
Ah, here we go. The dark arts.
Well, let's cancel everything else.
It was a nuance that seemed hard to convey.
I better make a statement in the morning.
That he's more sort of fashion conscious.
That his staff as well. I remember saying when you cast the staff, Charles's staff, they have their own separate uniform, and they're rather like the sort of the good-looking staff at a boutique hotel, as opposed to the old dears that sort of work up in Aberdeenshire.
As Helen sort of getting up speed, didn't you?
That's one of the few times we show the princes. And
They're going to go back to sleep.
I mean, in the script I was very conscious of keeping them out, and actually I was trying to keep Charles out, but you encouraged me to put more and more of him back in.
Well, he's central to it all.
My private secretary's office have found a travel agency open in New York that will sell me a flight to Paris with an hour's stopover in Manchester.
I think looking at them now, Charles's bathrobe does look more expensive than the Queen's.
It's still an extravagance.
Yes, but whether the audience gets it, I would have thought was...
Well, there's an elegant little stripe there.
All right, of course.
Whereas she just looks like a sort of pink yeti. Now, this is my voice. Listen to this. Hang on, here we go.
John, I don't want the boys to see the news and get upset. First thing in the morning, I want the radio taken out of the bedroom and the television taken out of the nursery.
Yes, ma'am.
See? Brilliant. It's because he pronounced it ma'am.
What, and so you looped it?
I looped it. I thought it was a dazzling moment.
Are you all right?
I keep watching this scene and thinking of all the things that were there that are no longer there. I lament one or two lines that were cut.
Go on.
I imagine she was pleased.
That's putting it mildly.
Coming up now, hang on.
What did she say?
Something about Diana managing to be even more annoying dead than alive.
Just make sure you never let the boys hear you talk like that.
See, at that moment, Philip said, well, deny you've thought the same. And
Something to help you go down.
that added a little spice to the scene. And then here, at the end of this scene, Helen got up to pray. Well, I say Helen, the Queen got
No,
up.
well, that was her idea.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't miss that not being in it.
Well, somehow if it had been there properly, you'd have had to construct the scene differently. I mean, you'd have shot it differently. We photographed it, but it was such a bad angle. I remember afterwards explaining that,
We've heard nothing
it would have required much more thought.
We still don't know when we're going to get any further statements from inside the palace, or of course when the royal family are due back.
And that's how she will
Well-
remain. In our minds, our hearts.
Okay, let's have a conversation about that shirt.
Well, he's got one.
We'll do it at the church.
All right, that...
No, we know he's got one. The question is it good art or bad art?
Yes. You and I will probably never...
No, I think it's bad art.
Oh, you do?
Mm.
So you regret the shirt?
I do, rather.
Yeah.
But it always demolishes the argument about things being provable or not. We know he has a shirt. Like we know he has guitars.
We know he has... we know he has a Newcastle shirt with Blair on it because Kevin Keegan gave it to him. But we had a conversation, you and I, should we or shouldn't we put the shirt on? On the morning of filming, you rang me up and you said, look, I've got two shirts here, a pink normal shirt and
Is
a
that right?
Newcastle shirt. Yeah.
Better memory
And
than me.
I couldn't remember.
Now.
And you said, should I put him in the shirt? And I said, look, I just don't know. And I look at it and it gets laughs, but that's not necessary. Look, there's the guitar. Look, the offending guitar. Just because you know that Tony Blair plays the guitar, does that mean you should show
George
it?
Michael told that wonderful story about going to dinner there and then afterwards suddenly realising that Blair was going to bring out his guitar. His heart sank. He sat there and suddenly it dawned on him that was what was going to happen.
But I'm the Prime Minister for you, from his constituency.
Lucky you. Thank you, Robin. I'll take it in the study.
Who was this man who went on about the Garter being wrong?
A historian. Has it been niggling with you all this
No,
time?
and now it is. I don't believe him.
I said that to him as well. I challenged him. I said, you have no idea how seriously people would take that sort of thing. And he said, I can assure you it's wrong.
No, certainly not. No member of the royal family will speak publicly about this. This is a private matter.
So, if you look at the images here, this is all shot in 35mm, and this is all shot in 16mm. That was a decision you took right at the beginning.
And it is their wish, it is their express wish that this should be a private funeral, with a memorial service to follow in a month or so.
Right.
You don't think that that means that she looks like she's in a film,
He's a commoner.
and he looks like he's on television?
He's a commoner. People always go on about the film being seamless. I think quite the opposite. I think it's seamful.
Yeah.
In other words, you do things like this to draw attention to it, not to make it invisible.
Even just to her as a mother.
Well, as I said, it's her family's wish.
It's a reshoot, isn't it, this scene? The one, not the Queen, but the Blair end.
The end of it.
The end, yeah. We in the first, we added a bit more punch.
This is a family funeral, Mr. Blair, not a fair one.
We felt he was too passive the first time round, didn't we?
Paid a high enough price for exposure to the press, don't you? Now, if there's nothing else, I must get on. The children have to be looked after.
Of course. Well, goodbye, Your Majesty. Her instinct is to do nothing. Say nothing. Give her a private funeral.
So we actually reshot this, what was it, about 6 months after the original shoot?
Yeah.
Remember there was an issue with Michael's hair.
Yes.
He'd started to grow it already.
Oh, the chaplain called. He wanted to know whether we should make any changes in the service.
That hallway at the back is not a hallway.
What did you say?
It's a wall. And that's some computer-generated hallway projected onto it. I remember being, just as the camera goes right there, Helen walked into me.
Is that right?
Yeah. She said, "Would you move? That's my eye line."
Quite right, too. Should be ashamed of yourself.
And we're going, in fact, I believe, to Sedgefield, the Prime Minister's constituency, where he is about to make a statement. Yes, the Prime Minister coming now with his wife, Cherie.
Yeah, well, apart from that.
He's on. Alistair, he's on. Come on.
Her own life was often sadly touched by tragedy. She touched the lives of so many others.
In Britain, throughout the world. With joy.
I should say something about this scene because one of the first pieces of information I got about this moment was from somebody who actually worked
For Campbell.
For Campbell, and sort of Campbell's right-hand guy, and he told me that he was up in Scotland when he'd heard Tony Blair make the speech, and he went into a newsagent's, and when he heard Tony making the speech, he was sort of appalled by its excessive saccharine sentiment. And he said, "Bit over the top, isn't it?" And then he, to his friend, who was also from the Campbell's office, and they turned and saw the Asian shopkeeper and his family in tears. So I actually wrote that. It took place here with the palace staff, with the Balmoral staff. And here the newsreader breaks down. I love this footage. This isn't Paris, is it?
No, this is Chiswick.
It's the Gold Hog Road, isn't it?
Now, I was told that Charles completely broke down in the hospital in Paris.
Yeah. It's an interesting decision that you made here, which I think is really a good idea, to kill the sound.
Yes, but it wasn't my idea. I can see I eventually agreed to it. But it was, I don't know whose idea it was. It was a very, very good one.
Yeah.
But I'm always given credit for things like that. And all I've done is see how good the idea is.
Initially, I first missed it because the priest spoke, said the Our Father in French, which I always rather liked.
Hello?
But it's very powerful.
What was all that business about an earring?
She only had one earring on, and that's what particularly distressed Charles. One earring was embedded in the dashboard in the car in Paris. And Diana only had one on. This guy's actually about 20 years too young for the part that he's playing. But he's got the right accent.
The real man is Princess Alexandra's husband. I think. Wasn't he someone called Angus Ogilvy?
No. The real guy...
Well, perhaps I'm wrong. People kept saying, do you want to meet him? I said, no, absolutely not. Could only confuse.
I think he's called Richard Airlie.
I don't know.
Richard...
Your friend's not mine.
David Airlie, I forget.
Prime Minister.
No, I should have put him on
David
a box.
Airlie. You should have put him on a box.
I should have put him on a box. I didn't think.
You should have put him on a box. Because the truth is, Blair and Charles were about the right height. About the same height, I beg your pardon.
I made a mistake.
In the deal, it was the one thing that they all attacked me for.
Michael's lack of height.
Yeah, they said Blair isn't that small, and it made him look smaller than he is. He's actually very tall and athletic, and I couldn't understand how much it upset them. That upset them far more than anything we'd actually said that Blair had said or did or thought.
Balmoral is... I think I understand.
We could have put him on lifts.
An aircraft of the Queen's flight brought the Princess's body home this evening, where the Prime Minister Tony Blair had gathered with members of his government. A single black hearse crossed the tarmac, and a Royal Air Force Guard of Honour moved...
Such a relief to be back on 35mm.
Was such a snob.
Well, I don't know. Nobody tells me anything.
President Clinton was with his wife when he heard the news last night.
We liked her very much. We admired her work.
Very, very good. He gives people things to talk about.
With AIDS, for the cause of...
Was that a stain on his jacket?
Clinton's.
Now.
Where?
Stalking. The truth is, they did go shooting in the days after Diana's death. I don't know. I mean, I was told by somebody that had been up there that they'd gone grouse shooting.
Well, that seemed a perfectly good decision, to change it to stalking.
But as their relationship deteriorated, she became an increasingly unhappy figure. The couple divorced in August of last year. It was the love story that brought crowds onto the streets. They came to see the Queen, of course.
This wasn't what was originally in the script, was it? You had the repetition of Blair. It was Blair saying the People's Princess that made the Queen cross.
Right. You mean it was her watching the earlier television broadcast?
Well, she was watching it on the news, so she'd have seen the highlights. Yeah.
Right, so actually her anger there was reacting to Blair, not to the Queen. That's what we originally filmed.
changed it.
Yeah.
Bit too late if you're going to complain.
Meeting tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Thank you, Steve.
Shouldn't we say a word about the music?
Only that it's wonderful. That's very Hitchcock. You can hear the Hitchcock stuff in there.
And left her alone. It just hurts me so much. Never experienced anything like this. I can't.
What he's done here is killed the comedy of these people, which is a really good thing to do.
Mm.
I mean, you could easily have scored the ludicrousness of what they were saying. Speaking of ludicrousness,
Right, it's 10 o'clock. Let's get started, shall we? And thank you all for
we're back. It looks like we're back in an Ealing comedy.
Yes.
Look at that chap. Where'd you get him from?
I don't know, Ealing Comedy Extras.
Look at them. Just look at this lot.
logistically, constitutionally, practically, diplomatically, and procedurally.
Christ. That's not really Downing Street. Somewhere in Mayfair.
18 years of opposition. I am proud to stand before you as the new Prime Minister of our country.
Labour Prime Minister.
I want to set an ambitious course to modernise this country, to breathe new life into old institutions, to make privilege something for the many, not the few.
Flippin' heck. You think the royals are nutters? You should meet their flunkies. 2.5 hours on whether she should be carried in a hearse or a gun carriage. Anyway, you got raised.
The question is, are the people around Blair, or all those aides, are they very, very clever people or sort of idiots? In the thick of it, they're sort of idiots, aren't they? Unprincipled opportunists.
Well, that didn't get a laugh at all in Vienna.
I wonder why.
Is it going to be a public funeral? Yeah, Saturday. It's a whopper. The Abbey, the works. Great.
But the guys around Blair are clearly very, very bright.
No doubt some flunky will be dispatched, grovelling on all fours.
Younger as well, I think. They're younger than the people we've cast.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought Angie Hunter was at school with him, or had been
Yeah, but
with
she
him.
wasn't writing speeches with him.
Mm.
Fresh air is a good thing. Well, maybe they shouldn't take their guns. I mean, if a photographer were to see them, it might send out the wrong signal.
If there is a photographer out there, he could be the first kill of the day.
I see Mr. Fyatt was buried last night. At midnight. No cameras, no
You
fuss.
cut out a joke here.
Very dignified.
I defended your jokes tenaciously.
Why did they do that? Why did they bury their bodies so soon?
Did somebody else cut it? Here, the one about Woking.
Islamic tradition.
Mm.
Here we go. Coming up.
Went on too long.
Yeah.
The body decomposing.
Yes, come in.
Something about it being 12 degrees in Woking.
Mm.
Ah, now here come the jokes. I've come to tell some jokes, ma'am.
There was a meeting at the palace this morning.
About the funeral arrangements, yes.
The Lord Chamberlain faxed over these plans for you to consider. There is now general agreement, ma'am, that a public funeral would be more appropriate.
They adored each other, Helen and Roger. They got on so well.
And what form?
Well, I think he's as good. I mean, I can't remember. I mean, I think he's as good as anybody I've ever seen do the job.
Taybridge? What? Taybridge is the code name for my funeral.
Indeed, ma'am. But it would be for practical reasons only. It's the only one which has been...
Whose idea was the basket?
That's the real thing.
It's absolutely brilliant. He's holding onto that basket as if he's holding onto his life.
Mm. That's what happens. That's what the stuff comes... I mean, some research produced that.
Will be quite different. For example...
You feel if he let go of that, he would fall into the abyss.
Yes.
Have you noticed the tartan everywhere?
Well, there were quite skillful people designing this film.
Foreign heads of state and crown heads of Europe. The guests would include...
We're going to, in a minute, we're going to come to the absence of a close-up.
No.
will go to my grave thinking there needs to be a close-up at the end of this scene.
No. Once you interrupt the rhythm, the pleasure lies in the actor's performance. Once you start editing it, you lose that particular quality.
Yes, one other thing. The police commissioner was keen that you consider the idea of a condolence book. It would give the growing crowds something to do, make marshalling them easier.
We should have a split vote on this.
No?
Should there be a close-up on Helen's face at the end of the scene? Here we go, coming up.
The flowers outside Buckingham Palace, at the moment they're blocking the path through the main gate and will make things difficult for the changing of the guard.
It becomes, Carry On Queen.
No. It's the one serious moment in the scene, and it would punctuate it.
And send the guards through the north gate.
It's her first mistake. There you are. Ah. Back on 16mm.
Everything's fine.
He says it's urgent.
Sorry. Good morning.
Good morning, Prime Minister. The Prince of Wales has asked me to thank you again for your kind words yesterday.
Not at all.
The Prince feels that you and he are both modern men.
Well, this is all the palace plotting against each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather undeveloped in the film.
Well, please thank His Highness and assure him he can...
Yes, you'd have liked it more political.
No, it's just if you say something, you have to sort of follow it through, don't you?
Mm.
If you want to say they were all bitching about each other and plotting against each other, then you have to do it. You can't just sort of say it, you have to dramatise it.
Yeah, the trouble with that...
No,
I agree with you. I agree entirely with you. Is that actually you would have then had to have had characters from Diana's court, Kensington. So it would have been Kensington Palace, St James's Palace, and Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
And the truth is, one wants to sort of keep the cast.
Yes, it's really.
This is true, though. This stuff about Charles fearing that he was going to be shot. We absolutely know that for sure. He was completely convinced he was going to be shot. In fact, he wrote.
Yes.
I'm going to die. Notes, which he then left in desks and, expecting to be found later by
we
his
shot
staff.
that and then cut it out.
Yeah.
Wait, where are they? They're up at Craggy Head.
I was rather shocked they kept calling it Craggy Head. I only wrote that in expecting it one day to come back and actually find out some real coordinates from Balmoral, and I just made up those silly names, but...
Well, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I know.
Here you are. This is a car in a British film. Look, won't move. Should have been going out while she was speaking. Simply the creakiness of the car.
She would certainly have taken the boys to Paris. I rather regret not doing that now.
Well, expose them to the media? No, but that would have been a dreadful thing to do. But no, they're much better off here. It's private. They're protected.
Whatever else you may have thought of
Now, the corgis haven't been dyed black.
Yeah, they're Labradors.
I know.
Physical, never afraid to show her feelings, especially whenever
I was sort of rather shocked by that when I first saw it. I said, what happened to the corgis? But I suppose they don't go hunting. We're not country types,
and
you
it's
and
a different kind of walk, isn't it?
transgressions only made the public love her more. Yet ours only make them hate us. Why is that? Why do they hate us so much?
Not us, dear.
What?
That was a joke.
Yesterday when we brought the coffin bag, there was a noise.
Helen asked if she originally said you.
I thought someone had taken a shot at me.
And Helen asked if she could cut that.
I think I'm going to walk back. I don't feel like stalking.
No, you sure?
I'll take the dogs. Walkies? Yes.
Oh, here come the corgis. They're on steroids.
More got out of the car than went into it. Look at that tree, isn't it wonderful? Here we are, the shot that
Nearly
finally
bankrupted the film.
bankrupted ITV.
Yeah. This was you in a plane. I seem to remember you had the flu. You were not well. You were in the plane, and you just went back again and again.
Well, it wasn't that. The
and-
first day, the weather was so bad. The weather was so bad that we had to go out a second day, so that the price of a helicopter in a day is prohibitive.
I remember ringing the producer, and all I could hear was helicopter noises in the background. He said, "Oh, that's him going in for another version."
Yeah, but look at it. It's magnificent.
It's gorgeous.
I've never done that in a film before.
What, been in a chopper?
No, just suddenly be in a position to get a shot that has that sort of landscape in.
I think that's the most. This is the most shocking shot in the film. Just suddenly seeing her face and her suddenly talking. Every time it just gets me.
Hearts in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because they've decided
There's something,
I'm a non-starter.
you know, when you watch a film again and again and again, as we've had to, this scene never ceases to shock me. I don't know. It's the Queen watching another woman talk about being queen, which in its sense is almost treason. It's her domesticity. The idea of Philip coming in from a bathroom in which he's washing is in itself enough to make you want to have, I don't know, surgery.
Oh, for God's sake.
Her being barefoot on the bed.
Oh, I can't watch this.
No, wait, please. No, leave it.
I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that.
We encouraged the match. We signed off on it, both of us. You were very enthusiastic, remember?
She was a nice girl. Then. And I was sure he'd give the other one up. Or at least make sure his wife toed the line. Isn't that what everyone does?
Is it?
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
I can't bear it anymore. If you're watching, I'll sleep next door. Early start tomorrow.
Any luck with your stag?
No. But close. A couple of 100 yards at one point. One of the boys even got a shot off. We'll get him tomorrow.
That's a diary open on her lap, not a shopping list. Or a crossword. She's a devoted diarist.
Oh, I love that. Quick glimpse of Camilla. I never knew if you approved of this sequence, but I liked it very much.
No, you love it, don't you?
She's so camp, Diana. Like some sort of charwoman. Torturing the Queen.
Well, they're now predicting more than 2 million people will descend on London. There aren't enough barriers to line the route. So we've gone clapping under the French for theirs. There's something else I think you should see. Can we run that piece again?
Of course.
You're going to love this.
Find their behaviour very disgraceful.
What do you think, madam?
I think it's disgusting that they have not appeared or said a word relating to all this.
Look, I know all this.
Wait for it.
Not to have a flag up. I think it's a disgrace on the whole royal family.
OK, the Queen's not in residence today, but where the hell is the flag? Eh? You see what I'm saying about the establishment?
Presumably these people may have seen the film and seen themselves in it.
Yeah. I didn't know if you have to get clearance.
You didn't have to get clearance from the individuals.
Will someone please save these people from themselves? Fine, I'll call Balmoral. Because as Prime Minister, I've really got nothing better to do.
Now, picnics. The dogs have shrunk again, so they're obviously off their steroids, and they're back to their beige selves.
This firelight is all right. Bit damp. Oh, well, I brought some stew just in case. I think it's lamb. We could always have that cold.
No, we'll be all right.
Stay. Robin had a call from the Prime Minister, who expressed his concern.
About what?
Harold Wilson's wife used to talk about doing the washing up with the Queen. That there was some cottage at Balmoral they would go to for lunch. And then Mary Wilson and the Queen would wash up afterwards.
For one reason only, to denote the presence of the monarch.
since you're here. The flagpole is bare, which is as it should be.
Isn't it possible that for some people the royal standard is just a flag? And that the flagpole being bare sends out the wrong signal?
No, that's not the point.
The point is,
I hope people understand this.
400 years old. Never been lowered for anyone.
Your grandfather didn't.
Well, I doubt you and I understand it. I mean, it's complete gibberish, isn't it? I mean, the royal standard. How can
In a situation like this, one has to be flexible.
Charles, his finest hour, speaking sense.
Jack was Mr. Blair's next suggestion.
The next thing he'll be suggesting you change your name to Hilda and mine to Hector. Who does he think he's talking to? You're the sovereign, the head of state. You don't get dictated to. You've conceded the
You
idea.
just put out the Tupperware.
Yeah. Is there a meal anywhere on earth that could taste good under those circumstances? Freezing cold.
48 hours, this will all have calmed down.
Blue fingers.
Look, they're getting worse. I love this shot. It's so enormous, isn't it? I can't believe there's that many number of flowers.
Well, in one sense, it's comforting. For the first time, my parents can see what it's been like for me all these years, being up against her popularity. But they're still making the mistake of thinking the Diana they knew from living and...
That's a real fire, by the way.
Are you sure?
Well, it's not a computer-generated
No,
thing.
but it's controlled with sort of gas.
Oh, I see. Yes.
It's not a coal fire. But they're real crumpets.
Yes. We'll make sure we get a picture of that in the papers, will you?
I'll get on to the tabloids. Call in a few favours.
Yeah, what about a statement of gratitude to the crowds? Something heartfelt from myself and the boys, thanking people for all the flowers and so on.
Right.
Di was wonderful because she stood up.
Go on, tell us about Tracy Ullman.
Well, she was pretty concerned about her appearance, and I think that particular clip of archive...
Her enthusiasm for Tony Blair.
Her enthusiasm for Tony Blair now, 9 years on, has rather embarrassed her.
She's thought better of it.
Yeah.
Shall we start with the first stirrings of what? I don't know, something more interesting. You know, maybe this time people will find they've seen them for what they actually are.
Which is?
A bunch of freeloading, emotionally retarded, nutters.
That's just absurd.
Why? They live in a ludicrous cocoon of privilege and wealth. I mean, they don't pay tax.
Yes, they do.
So, should we say something about the...
Go on.
The decoration of the flat at Downing Street, which Americans in particular are absolutely shocked by. They've asked me afterwards, they go, is that really what it looks like in Downing Street? And I said, yeah, you know, it was a terrible, came as a terrible shock to Cherie Blair. When she walked into the apartments, I think she'd expected to find them rather swish, full of dimmer switches and plasma TVs or whatever. They look really dilapidated. And they've attracted quite a lot of negative press for doing the place up and designing it, but I mean, you wouldn't call that room over-designed, would you? And, you know, we had it described to us really pretty closely by people who'd been inside the...
Is that right?
Yeah.
People are very impressed that he does the washing up. The Americans are very impressed. Look, you see, that's a completely artificial shot.
That's the stalking party off. Right. We better have a look at those papers.
Show us there's a heart in the House of Windsor.
This was the... well, not quite the first.
There's a wonderful thing on the back of one of these pages. We'll play for Diana, Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah.
I love that.
This was the first day's filming, wasn't it?
Was it?
Mhm.
Early on.
And that...
I'll try not to take that personally.
People have been yearning for a change in this country.
And this was possibly the last day's filming.
Revolution now taking place, led by the real modernisers, the British people. Revolution? Who wrote this? Where does this come from?
Where does it come from? You just won a huge landslide majority.
People want to see a change.
Very subtle how you have modernisation but not a revolution.
Hurry up, dear. Your tea's getting cold.
Is that it?
Yes, ma'am. Just the letter of condolence to the widow of the ambassador to Brazil.
So if he hasn't got his basket to hang on to, he hangs on to...
No, but the basket's on the table. But we moved it
there.
around.
Yes.
We changed the position of this scene, so it's now taking place in the morning, but that which I suspect is wrong for stalking. It was originally shot as a sort of late afternoon scene, and then we moved it.
Apparently, the Prime Minister is on the phone for you.
So they're having afternoon tea in the morning.
No, it's all right. I'll take it.
That's why the lights are on.
Prime Minister?
Good morning, Your Majesty. Sorry to disturb, but I was just wondering whether you'd seen any of today's papers.
We've managed to look at one or two, yes.
In which case, my next question would be whether you felt some kind of response might be necessary.
This came later. You rewrote this. Or you wrote the whole thing later. I remember you writing this business of her putting him on speakerphone so that Philip could hear.
Taking the temperature among people on the streets. And, well, the information I'm getting...
But I can't remember what was there beforehand.
Nor can I.
So, what would you suggest, Prime Minister? Some kind of a...
But you're going to talk about the OCD insert.
Yes.
Has passed.
Helen had found that people had described the Queen as an obsessional. What do you call it? Obsessional compulsive. Is that right?
Obsessive compulsive.
Obsessive compulsive. And she asked to do that shot of the pens. I was rather sceptical, and then I put it in, and to my surprise it worked. But she deserves all the credit for it.
There. Grief. You imagine I'm going to drop everything and come down to London before I attend to my grandchildren who've just lost their mother. And you're mistaken.
Being Queen would drive anybody to be an obsessive compulsive.
Now, is that a twin set?
Yes. Twin set and pearls.
I've often wondered what a twin set was.
Now you know. In America,
It's a sort of generational thing. We don't see many twin sets in my generation.
No. In America, they think she looks like George Washington. Gives the Americans a lot of pleasure.
I hadn't heard that.
Of course, the government will support it. Let's keep in touch.
Yes. Let's.
It's one of my favourite bits, this.
Bloody fool. And now your tea's gone cold.
Not that bit. The Janvrin has been listening in bit.
Tony, Robin Janvrin on one. He was listening in.
Robin.
I understand how difficult her behaviour must seem to you, how unhelpful. But try and see it from her perspective. She's been brought up to believe it's God's will. She is who she is.
I think we should leave God out of it. It's just not helpful.
That line you wrote later.
Yep.
Since the abdication, and I cannot emphasise enough what effect that had on her. Unexpectedly becoming king as good as killed her father. I'm afraid she's in a state of shock. This public reaction has completely thrown her.
This
Well,
was
that
all.
was your line. That was your line.
That came from some bishop who used that. I saw it in the paper. A bishop described that, used that expression about her this week. And of course, here was where we were endlessly having to dramatise the Queen's dilemma because the Queen couldn't articulate it herself because she's reticent. and not given to that sort of self-analysis.
But that's the new Blair, isn't it? We went back and we reshot a couple of scenes, make him more
active. Well, you couldn't really have two passive characters. One of them had to be active, and the Queen couldn't be.
Cancel what I'm doing tonight.
Good morning.
Your Majesty. Morning, ma'am.
Thomas, where have they gone today?
Up to Abergavenny Reach, ma'am.
All that way? Remind me, that's right at the fork.
That's right, ma'am. You follow the track for about a mile past Glenhorach, and then you come to...
The river.
One of the lads will drive you.
No, that's all right. I'll manage. Thank you.
Here we are back in the helicopter. I remember we just put a camera on the front of the car, just sent Helen off. Go on, drive over this bumpy track. Look at that, it's wonderful, isn't it? Beautiful valley. That's where Landseer lived.
This scene was originally going to take place in in woods, and we couldn't find appropriate woodland for her to take the wrong turning, and so we came up with the idea of sticking the whole scene in the river.
Is that right? Because
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I found another place, and then
You'd found a place up a hill, and there were all the midges. Do you remember?
That's right.
And
what you mean? So we shot in the river to avoid the midges?
Well,
quite
it's
sensible.
as good a reason as any.
I love her walking in the water.
Have we dealt with the Queen's profanity? Going, bugger it.
She did that. That's a double. That's when I went back and did another shot.
With the flu?
Another day with the flu, yeah. Yes, Helen asked if she could say bugger.
Hello, ma'am.
I'm afraid I've done something rather foolish. I've broken the prop shaft crossing the river.
Well, this is the stuff about the Queen being a mechanic, which
People
I
love.
didn't know, and you told me about, and I immediately stuck in, and it's just...
Are you all right?
No, I'm perfectly all right.
We'll come out straight away.
I'm indebted to you for that bit. I would never have known.
Well, I was in the same mechanised regiment she was in.
Which does look like George Washington.
It's to do with the wig, isn't it? And the way she started doing her hair. Or somebody started doing her hair for her.
It's a nice shot.
That was done on the flu. It's the flu that gets the good shots.
This is the same sort of principle as the prayer. If you'd have seen her praying, you'd have had to have done it something like this.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Don't get too close. Oh, look at that. I remember putting the deer walking in. That's wonderful. When they went and did the shots of the deer, they didn't do a close-up of them. They didn't do a close-up of the deer, which made me cross.
Don't you think you should have been there?
Yes, but economics are such that it doesn't work out like that.
You only do principal photography.
No, I would have liked to have been there, but...
You had a party at Hanif's.
No, the producer wanted it done at a certain time. It could have faded away like in the movies. Just faded into the background.
This is, I think, the finest moment of her performance coming up.
When she blows her nose on the Jack
When she blows her nose,
on a very
and,
expensive scarf.
and she goes from being a woman to a sovereign.
No, but all the women laugh that she uses such an expensive scarf to wipe her nose.
There she goes, tough as boots.
Mm.
I've just been told there's a news cruise outside, waiting for you to come and speak to the people.
Yes.
What's all that about?
I told the Queen's private secretary I'd do what I could to help with the press.
Why?
You work out, there was a certain amount of reshooting going on here, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
And you work out that this moment when he goes and talks to the people, which he did it in fact at the end of Downing Street with people at the gates. You realise that, there's not, there's a little bit of newsreel footage of it, but then you realise it has tremendous significance.
First thing that you obviously think about.
I mean, this business of him going talking to the people, like Nixon Nixon went out, didn't he, and talked to the students after the shooting at Kent State.
At the Lincoln Memorial, no, the Jefferson Memorial.
Yeah. But it wasn't made a great deal of. But in retrospect, you realise it was very, very central to the whole thing. Or it represented some sort of turning in of him.
Take them out early again tomorrow morning. Let them take it out on the Stag.
What do you think of the way the royal family has behaved?
They've made a serious mistake.
Pardon?
They've made a serious mistake.
Why, what do you mean?
Well, the family should have come down to Buckingham Palace on Sunday afternoon. All of them. That girl's been left on her own. She's on her own up there, and the place is empty.
I don't mean to bang on about bathrobes, but that's that's a different one. He had a dark blue one on earlier. I've just noticed it. This he's moved
prince, isn't he? I'm sure he's got two. I'm sure he's got two bathrobes.
Chorus line of soap stars and homosexuals.
Oh, here come the jokes.
Apparently, Elton John is going to be singing. That'll be a first for Westminster Abbey. Condolence books are now being signed in our embassies in every major city in the world. And in London alone, the number has reached 40. It reminds me of one of those films. A few of us in a fort. Hordes of Zulus outside.
Shocking.
So it's vital you hold firm. Stick to your guns. You wait. They will come to their senses soon. They have to. Come on. Move over, Cabbage.
Most popular line in the film.
But not my favourite line. My favourite line is coming up.
What's your favourite line?
I'll tell you when it comes.
I'm Matthew Lorenzo. As the first people start camping out on the route of Princess Diana's funeral cortege, questions are being asked about why the Queen hasn't addressed her subjects at this time of national grief.
And this is what the newspapers are saying this morning. The Sun, where is our Queen? Where is her flag?
Oh, I love this. Like something out of Eisenstein. Said modestly.
Show us you care. Picture of a grumpy queen. The Mail, let the flag fly at half-mast, and inside, the Queen should be here to show her respects. But the flip side is, they're more popular now than Churchill. Shock.
But did any of them pick up on our statement of support?
Well, just the one. Statements of support don't sell papers.
Well, where's your favourite line?
Not yet. Coming.
I'm afraid he's rather insisting.
This was this castle owned by this...
Very nice woman.
Very nice.
Sensible woman.
Divorcee.
Who loved the film when she saw it.
Good morning. I'm so sorry to disturb you. I'm just expecting a phone call to come through here.
Everyone was rather smitten by her, weren't they? Sort of...
Handsome woman.
A hottie. Of a different variety.
Oh, I know what your favourite line is. Line is a rather generous description of it.
Then I'm sure you'll agree the situation has become quite critical. Ma'am, a poll that's to be published in tomorrow's papers suggests that 70% of people believe that your actions have damaged the monarchy.
That's called short-sighting.
1 in 4 are now in favour of abolishing the monarchy altogether.
That's impeccable Pinky acting, isn't it?
Well, thank you.
Institutional responsibility to advise the following.
Queen Elizabeth up yet?
Here it is.
Mummy!
That's my favourite line.
1. Fly the flag at half-mast above Buckingham Palace and all other royal residences. 2. Leave Balmoral and fly down to London at the earliest opportunity. 3. Pay respects in person at Diana's coffin. And 4. Make a statement via live television to my people and the world. Swift prosecution of these matters might, he felt, just might avert disaster. You will have to talk to
God, do you remember shooting this scene?
I remember being very windy.
And we were plagued by aeroplanes. And at one point, I seem to remember either you or Andy Harries, the producer, probably Andy Harries, the producer, being dispatched to try and reroute the flight path.
Quite right, too. Quite right, too.
Talk about filmmakers' delusional grandiosity. I think we shall now reroute aeroplanes because we have a shot to do.
Shall be devoted to your service. Your whole life. That is a commitment to God.
In this instance, you know, often one manages to get an angle where something looks rather beautiful, which is actually rather plain. In this instance, I think we've picked the plainest angle. I mean, I think it's perfectly fitting for a Balmoral garden, but if you were to widen the camera angle here, it's absolutely breathtaking. There's a castle on the left, and then the most dramatic drop down to the sea.
Yes, but the castle was wrong, and its position on the sea was wrong.
Of course, I'm just saying.
You lacked the restraint necessary to...
No, I'm just saying the scene was actually one of those scenes where you actually thought, oh, we found the plainest angle possible.
And gone up to London because a bunch of hysterics carrying candles needed help with their grief. Huh. As for that silly Mr. Blair with his Cheshire Cat grin.
Look at her legs, aren't they wonderful?
Now, I think I can confidently say this was
Mr. John Bryn on the phone for you, sir.
the coldest moment in my life.
What? I can't hear!
Those people are actually walking corpses. Everybody here was so cold.
I've just been told you've decided we're to follow the Prime Minister's advice.
It's a lovely shot. I love that shot.
I say I admire... I think it's the right decision.
We changed the line off screen there.
That was a very good idea. Because it stopped people being confused and thinking that they'd actually arrived at Buckingham Palace. At this next scene. The line you changed made it clear that this was them coming out of Balmoral rather than arriving at Buckingham Palace. The motif of being watched through lenses seems to have slightly got lost. I remember when I first saw the rushes for this scene and all the people were watching and peering through telephoto lenses, I remember thinking, oh yes, you know, the stalking, peering through telephoto lenses, people watching, hunting. There were so many overlaps of theme.
The need to feel that the royal family is somehow engaged. These are flowers that are
People prying. And
Balmoral, so that she can actually see some token of what's been expressed down here in London.
Fish fingers, do you want any?
that's my second favourite line. Fish fingers, do you want any? Or is...
Thank God for that!
Again, Americans stare slack-jawed in disbelief that is how the most powerful man in the United Kingdom eats his food. Love this woman's name. This Walisa Rasilova. What was that? Walisa Rolova.
Don't know.
Walisa Wasilova.
Not showing enough remorse over Princess Diana's death.
Bagpipes in the background.
No, we took that.
Did you?
Mm.
Where are the boys? Have they already left?
Yes.
This was Helen's first shot.
Mm.
It's not right, you know.
No, but further discussion is no longer helpful either.
Oh, well. I suppose it does give the Gillies time to find another stag for the boys. Now theirs has been shot.
What?
Haven't you heard? He wandered over to one of the neighboring estates, where one of the commercial guests got him.
Really? Which estate?
Very difficult that to get an actor to walk into close-up. Get the camera moving forward and the actors walking forward to hit them at the right moment. To arrive at the same moment, to keep the focus.
Here's your box. There's some policy unit stuff here that's important. Have you seen the papers?
No, I thought I'd give them a miss today. Of course I've seen the papers.
I think that was an ad-lib of Michael's. I really liked it.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Very good of him.
Mr. Father of the Nation.
I think Mr. Father of the Nation was you.
Well, it was originally, wasn't it in another scene? Or,
Yeah.
Or it might have been a headline.
No, it was in another scene, and we moved it to that scene. But it was your line.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Is it his lordship you've come to see?
This man is Irish. This man was in The Snapper. He played Mr. Burgess. He's an old Abbey Theatre player.
There he is.
I couldn't help myself writing this stuff. I had exactly the same experience, seeing a stag strung up in a cooling room or a refrigerating room, whatever they call it, and you have no idea how big they are until they're strung up like that. I mean, they're well over 6 foot when hanging like that. I mean, it's 6, 8 feet, 9 feet.
Yes, the truth is they don't treat the heads with that much respect. I remember going to the place where we eventually did shoot the deer, and the heads had been cut off and were just sort of lying on the floor. They were just chucked anywhere.
I'm afraid the stalkers had to follow him for miles to finish him off.
Let's hope he didn't suffer too much.
People have talked endlessly about what the stag means.
Hmm. Well, you better tell them. Go on, say what it means.
Well, I mean, to me, you know, it just meant something that had survived, you know, something to have 14 points meant that it had survived beyond what was expected for it to be its lifespan, but and therefore it was something that was lucky to have escaped. But I heard, you know, on our travels, publicising and promoting the film, I've heard some extraordinary interpretations of the stag, being Diana and having wandered onto the neighbouring estate, being an interpretation for going to France.
That's the neighbouring estate.
Yeah. So, Diana having died in Paris, of course.
Ma'am?
Yes, Robin.
I've done a draft of your television address.
Thank you. Was there anything else?
No, ma'am. Landing in 15 minutes.
That was the actual headline.
Hmm.
I've got the Queen's speech.
And this happened as, I mean, I don't know if it, you know.
No, this was because the Americans were very shocked.
Oh yes, this was you insisting on.
No,
on
the
showing how
Americans
this
couldn't
happened.
believe that
Yeah.
that Downing Street was rewriting the Queen's speech. They found that absolutely inconceivable. So it seemed to me we had to sort of strengthen it a little.
Royal protocols being swept aside en masse today.
Very serious. Her Majesty and the Duke. Normally, it is a happy occasion when they're right here, and normally when they're out the front here, it's days like Trooping the Colour or V-Day or VJ Day. This is a tragic
It looks as though
occasion.
the Queen is about to, she's getting out of the car, Wes, and is going to talk to people.
It's extremely unusual. This is almost unprecedented. I think perhaps
One of these voices is Anthony Holden. I didn't know that, but he told me it was.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I'm in your film."
It really isn't it as if the public and the royal family...
No, it was actually, you've missed it, it was the voice earlier. Oh yeah, it comes up in a minute again.
Like a family spat. Not unlike the
good, yes,
family
spat.
spats that they could acknowledge with Diana. I mean,
Well, that's him.
to say that whatever the professional ups and downs between the Queen and the Princess...
They sent a copy of the Queen's speech.
Careful to say, scrupulous to say.
You have to admire that shirt.
The blue one.
Mm-hmm. Now this speech, this explosion of Tony's, I did get deep throat inside approval of this speech.
Is that right?
Yeah. This speech apparently is pure Tony.
Completely get it wrong. That woman has given her whole life in service to her people.
What, that every now and then he explodes against Campbell?
Yeah.
A job she wanted
Good for
to
him.
kill her father. She's executed it with honor, dignity, and, as far as I can tell, without a single blemish, and now we're all baying for her blood. All because she's struggling to lead the world in mourning for someone who threw everything she offered back in her face, and who for the last few years seemed committed 24/7 to destroying everything she holds most dear.
It's lovely where she turns now.
Mm.
The turn is really terrific. Her face.
It was shot at Greenwich.
Mm-hmm. Where's the turn? Have I missed it?
No, on a wide shot.
It's coming up still. Yeah, here. I think it's here. That's.
You'd have probably liked that in close-up.
No, no, no. I like that just as it was.
Hello. Would you like me to place those for you?
No.
Oh.
These are for you.
It's Emmy Lou, the producer's daughter.
For me?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And that's what she must be faced with for most of her life.
Women curtsying.
Yeah. Curtsying and grinning sort of inanely.
Mm.
Make you want to dive into a bottle of vodka, wouldn't it?
Well, it's what Helen does.
There's been a last-minute addition from Downing Street.
I could see absolutely why I cast Helen.
As a grandmother. Here.
Right.
So what I say to you now as your queen and as a grandmother, I say from my heart.
You think you can say it?
Do I have a choice?
We're ready for you, Your Majesty.
That is actually, was it David or Richard Dimbleby? I forget who. No, Attenborough. I think it was one of the Attenboroughs.
Who did what?
Who actually did this, who directed this. I think it was...
I mean, Richard Attenborough.
Yes.
What, he was there on the panel?
I think he did it.
Good God.
I think he actually did this. It wasn't Elliot, our actor.
I mean, it wasn't a sort of regular bloke.
No, it wasn't a regular bloke. They brought in the top brass, former controller of BBC Two and friend of the animals.
Oh, David Attenborough did it?
Yeah.
Not Richard Attenborough?
No, David Attenborough, I beg your pardon, yeah.
Hmm.
We used to have a particularly vicious aside between the two men there, which people felt was too hateful too late in the film.
10 seconds, everyone.
That's the aftermath of the vicious aside that no longer exists.
The Queen's tribute to Princess Diana.
Since last Sunday's dreadful news, we have seen throughout Britain and around the world an overwhelming expression of sadness at Diana's death. We have all been trying in our different ways to cope. It is not easy to express a sense of loss, since the initial shock is often succeeded by a mixture
Here we go. Have a drink.
incomprehension, anger, and concern for those who remain. We have all felt those emotions in these last few days. So what I say to you now, as your queen and as a grandmother, I say from my heart.
Heart?
First, I want to pay
In what
tribute
heart?
to Diana myself.
Doesn't mean a word of this.
She was an
That's not the point. What she's doing is extraordinary.
in good times and bad. She never lost her
That's how to survive.
Listen to you. But a week ago, you were the great moderniser, making speeches about the people's princess. Now you've gone weak at the knees.
And especially for her devotion to her two boys.
You know, I don't know why I'm so surprised.
I regretted something here.
At the end of the day, all Labour Prime Ministers go gaga for the Queen.
Well, I was originally gaga for her Madge.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think people would understand it, so I changed it. But I then regretted it.
That there are lessons to be drawn from her life and from the extraordinary and moving reaction to her death. I share in your determination to cherish her memory. I hope that tomorrow we can all, wherever we are, join in expressing our grief at Diana's loss and gratitude for her all too short life. May those who died rest in peace.
It's David Attenborough.
And may we,
I didn't know that.
thank God for someone who made many, many people happy.
Diana's coffin.
Just some voiceover that Jon Snow came in to do for us afterwards.
Yes, but I didn't know this existed. I didn't know there'd been this moment because I wasn't in England when the real events happened.
It's incredible.
Adam Curtis found all this material.
Who could have imagined such scenes?
Look at that. Just look at that. The madness of crowds. There was a Schiller quote at the beginning.
Yes.
Against the madness of crowds, even the gods contend in vain. That sort of springs to mind with this bit. What was everybody thinking? This now, at the LA premiere, this got the most deafening laugh. Deafening laugh. And I suddenly thought, that shot there, I will never again. The only cinema to get that laugh was at the LA premiere, which is of course full of industry people. And, that joke will never play better again. It found its audience that night. What were you doing? Just so that you know, I was getting married at this precise moment. I was in Austria getting married.
I was making a Western in Santa Fe.
Of duty, of style, of
Do you think
There was
maybe it has something to do with the fact that we were prepared to do this? I think people who might have engaged in this. I mean, the week leading up to this.
Maybe not our absence.
Our absence might
Possibly.
have. I mean, it might have made us want somehow to.
There was a wonderful shot that we couldn't use here of the Queen coming out of the Buckingham Palace with other members of the royal family and the coffin going past on its way to the Abbey. And the Queen bows her head. And I said I'd like to use it, and I worked out how to change Helen's face and do all the things you had to do technically. And then the BBC, the ITV cameraman had ballsed it all up, and you couldn't see it happening. So the only people who had it were the BBC. And they wouldn't let us use it. Of course, they wouldn't let us use it because they were nervous of their relationship with the palace being somehow disturbed. But of course it was a tremendously human moment for the Queen. So the BBC, in their cowardice or wimpishness, somehow did the Queen a disservice.
Sort of hard to imagine a popular moment like this happening. Sort of wonder under what circumstances a popular moment like this would happen again. Whether it couldn't we mobilise for something rather more interesting? Why can't 2 million people go onto the streets and just sit there until they change? Do you know what I mean?
Because that's not how we do things.
Was this a reshoot? Yes.
Yes, but the first version was perfectly all right. I can't remember why I reshot that.
She wanted to come at it with more energy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just being nice to her.
Yeah.
Good to be a gentleman.
Prime Minister, Tony, please.
Oh, big joke. Got a much bigger laugh than I thought it would.
Prime Minister, Your Majesty.
Oh, we're back in the casino.
You sit down.
No bell this time.
Was it not there?
It's not there.
Shocking.
I feel like one of those movie nerds. Where's the bell?
See you again. After what's been quite a summer. I'm referring to your visit to India and Pakistan, where your comments on ending historic disagreements went down very well.
Actually, the truth is they went down incredibly badly.
The Commonwealth heads of government.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because didn't she... And Robin Cook ended up having to make apologies and...
But that's because Robin Cook did something Republican.
I thought she'd put her foot in it rather than...
No,
anyway,
I thought he put his foot... He was the Foreign Secretary, wasn't it? I thought he put his foot in it in some way and had to apologise.
Clamouring for a private audience.
I mean, he did it in the Republican, as it were, democratic interests.
To speak since that week. And I wanted to offer my apologies.
Whatever for?
In case you felt manhandled or managed in any way.
No, not at all. I don't think I shall ever understand what happened this summer.
Well, the circumstances were
When we were showing this scene at the Venice Film Festival, I was sitting next to Helen Mirren and her husband, Taylor Hackford. When she looked at herself in this scene, she audibly whispered, clearly not intending to be heard by anybody other than Taylor, "Just look how I look. Will you ever me again?"
But there are 52 weeks in the year now. 2,500 in the time since you've been queen. And when people come to assess your legacy, they won't remember those few days.
Oh, really?
I'm sure she wanted you to hear that. It's very funny.
He assured her.
Has been diminished.
No, not at all. You're more respected.
She was very disturbed by the clothes she was going to have to wear.
It's hard to imagine a very sexy woman emerging from that particular outfit.
Mm.
I could never have added
That's what happens, isn't it? The really, really great actors just go
They just
somewhere
do.
physically.
Mm.
It's actually, it's not just the wig. She's gone there.
Yes.
So, shall we get on with the business in hand?
No bell.
Shocking. Better get the crews out and we'll reshoot it. That'll please our bosses. Bring ITV down again.
The idea of a piano being in the audience room is entirely absurd.
Well, I suspect we couldn't move it.
Now, are you going to confess to this?
We reshot it.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, this is very, very... There's a very funny bit.
No, I want some statue watch here. First
Yes,
of all,
yes,
there's a
yes,
naked woman.
Well, there might be naked women at Buckingham Palace.
And then I very much doubt it.
Why?
Because it's too sensual. Buckingham Palace is an office. It's like the inside of a very dilapidated old hotel.
Must have been difficult.
This is all very sensual.
Very. Nowadays, people want glamour and tears, the grand performance. I'm not very good at that. I never have been.
We weren't allowed to move them.
We weren't allowed to move the statues.
To myself. And foolishly, I believed that was what the people wanted from their queen. Not to make a fuss, nor wear one's heart on one's sleeve. Duty first, self second.
It's all very sensual.
That's how I was brought up. That's all I've ever known.
You were so young when you became queen.
Well, we were lucky to find it.
Yes. Yes, a girl. But I can see that the world has changed. And one must modernize.
Well, perhaps that's where I can help.
Oh, no. Don't get ahead of yourself, Prime Minister. Remember, I am the one supposed to be advising you.
Now we're back in the officer's mess. You can see we've dropped down a couple of notches in class.
Well, this was also a Rothschild house.
This is, yes. In the intervening shot, though, was in the officer's mess. We're back in the gardens of Waddesdon. Or Versailles.
This is completely wrong.
Yeah. I can assure you the Buckingham Palace gardens look nothing like
No,
this.
it's completely wrong. But you sort of believe it, don't you?
Well, you want to believe it.
Mm.
Is that possibly a moral for the whole thing?
Well, because everything's wrong in the film, you realise that plausibility is a much more sort of complex thing than just getting things right. Because people don't question it. Or it hasn't been questioned to me.
No.
But it is actually completely wrong. Since it's not a sort of football pitch or a sort of chamomile football pitch. It's rather nicer than Buckingham Palace. But then when people go on about, well, how about getting things right, you say, no, it has to be if it's good art, you will convince people. But people don't like discussing art.
Well, truth and accuracy are completely different things.
Of course.
We were going to put
Only by
captions on at the
lying.
end.
Only by lying can you tell the truth. Those the captions, I remember them.
I think they want us to shut up now.
They go on for hours. I'm rather anti-democratic. They just go on and on.
With the captions?
Oh. Every film now. You sit at home after watching the telly, the film comes to an end, then there's 5 minutes of just captions. You think, well, what? Surely there's something more interesting to watch on television than just these interminable captions. But there, my assistant's vicar saw her name on the credits and was very impressed.